Hey, cool mamas. So, today is July 23rd, 2026. I tell you this date because I will be doing 100 straight days of content, sharing and giving encouragement and all of those things. Not exactly sure how that is going to look, but I know that it's what I am committing to do. And the reason why I am committing to that is because of a conversation that I had with my son. My 17-year-old son, who is so talented in so many ways. He is a dancer, he is a music producer, he's just multifaceted and he knows how to do a lot of things. And he was talking about how he just feels like he's not using his gifts the way that God intended for him to use them. So, of course, as his mom, I'm giving him all of the encouragement that I can give him to just start doing what you already know how to do. You've already started making music. You've already began dancing by doing these talent shows, and you have a YouTube channel. And I just felt like he was just being way too hard on himself. Sorry about that sound. That was my car. Way too hard on himself and not just doing the thing that he needs to do. So after I talked to him on the phone, I hung up with him because he wasn't at home at the time. I felt the Holy Spirit tell me, and you're not using your gifts like I intended for you to use your gifts. And the idea came to me to do this with him. So I had this conversation with my son, and we're both going to post and use the gifts that God has given us, and post the things that we love to do. It's just a way to hold ourselves accountable and a way for us to hold each other accountable. Just a fun way for us to continue to use our gifts. So before I talked to him about it, I was going through this box of books that I was about to give away. And I looked through the box of books, and there's this Checklist for Life for Women book. And I'm like, why was I giving this book away? So I'm flipping through it. I know this was nothing but God. You can't tell me it wasn't nothing but God. So I'm flipping through the book, and I go on the page that says expressing yourself. And the first sentence says, creativity is your birthright. You are made in the image of God, and when you create, you honor that which is most holy and sacred within you. And then it goes a little further down. It says, step into the unknown with courage. Each act of creation begins with questions, chaos, and emptiness. You may have a mental picture of the finished work of art at the beginning, or just a small spark of an idea that catches your heart and connects you emotionally to the act of creation. Like any journey, whether meticulously mapped out or launched on a whim, the creative journey starts with the first step into the unknown. Begin and see where the work leads you. And that stuck out to me because my whole Keep Your Cool Mama brand, because it is a brand for me, movement, whatever I want to call it, it is something that I have been a very on and off with, because I often have these questions about, well, am I really helping anybody? Or is anybody listening? Am I supposed to be doing this? And mind you, I've been doing this, whether it's videos, the podcast, or the blog, or posting on Instagram. I've been doing that since 2019. No, 2017, on and off. And the on and off comes from me just being unsure, me feeling like I can't see the path, and not sitting still long enough to allow God to show me exactly what he wants me to do, and not being afraid of not knowing where this is going to take me, who this is going to help, because that's what's most important to me, is helping moms. So being encouraging and helping others is one of my gifts, and I'm very aware of that. It took me some time to get to this place. I've always been like this since I was a little girl, but I never considered it a gift until the Lord revealed to me, no, this is how I created you, and this is how I will use you. And instead of allowing him to use me, I allow myself to talk myself out of doing what the Lord has called me to do. So when I read this, I'm like, oh, wow. Like, this is what I needed to hear. And I understand why he said, make the videos, do it with your son. Because here's the key thing. And this is what I got on here to really say. We tell our children to do anything. You can do anything you want to do. You can be anything you want to be. Like, you can be all that God has called you to be. You are amazing. You are this, you are that, and encouraging them, but forget to encourage ourselves and do the same things. I can say that for me. I'm not going to say all of us, but I think that it's important that we mirror and be examples of what we are telling our children that they can do and be. Because the best example is a visual right in front of you, and the person who's telling you to do it is doing it. And I have done that, of course, in, small increments here and there, but I definitely haven't done it in a way that is consistent. And I want to be consistent. And me telling him, like, let's do this together, it gives me encouragement to keep going, because it's helping him to use his gifts. Because I want nothing more than all of my children to be all that God has called them to be. There was another part in here that I wanted to read that stuck out to me. It says, trust the process. There are no wrong answers in the creative process. Don't let perfectionism keep you from creating. Process, not product, is the point of any creative activity. Often, so-called mistakes lead to a new way of seeing, a new way of approaching your work. Every experience has something to offer, and is something you can apply to your creative work and your life. And it says, do not fear mistakes. There are none. And that is a quote by musician Miles Davis. So I hope this encourages you to use your gifts, and to just encourage yourself the way you encourage your children, because it matters. And just knowing, like, you are somebody outside of motherhood. Just like you are an amazing mom, you are an amazing woman. And I'm telling myself that you can be and do, you can be all that God has called you to be. You can do all of the things that he is calling you to do. And you don't have to see all of the steps. You don't have to know all of the answers. I'm not sure how these 100 days are going to look. I will tell you that according to Google, 100 days from today is October 31st, which I love because it's in the month that my son is born. And he'll be 18 on October 15th. So what a beautiful way to go into a new year of life mastering the gifts and talents that the Lord has placed inside of you. So, yeah, we're starting today, July 23rd, 2026. I hope I said 2026 at the beginning. I can't remember what year I said. Hope I said 2026. So we're starting today, July 23rd, 2026. And the Lord willing, the plan, I'm going to show up and post content, a video every single day up until then. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. But it will be to encourage you, whether it's something that I'm going through or something that I've gotten through and I want to share encouragement. I'm going to let the Lord lead me and guide me through this, and I'm not going to overthink it. I'm not going to go through this without knowing that the Lord is with me and he will guide and lead me. So let's do this.